It is often said that humans are the most powerful beings in the world. Great men throughout history have emphasized that if you desire something with all your heart, you can achieve it. But if this is true, then why do we sometimes fail to get what we want? No one wishes for sadness or failure, yet many people still experience it. Despite our desires for success and wealth, some of us remain unsuccessful. This raises the question, are the great men who spoke of human potential wrong, or are we misunderstanding something? In the following story, we will explore this question and uncover a mantra for achieving our desires. Through this story, we will learn how the seeds of success are planted and how the law of attraction influences our outcomes. Though the story is short, its lessons are profound. So let's begin. Once upon a time, there was a man whose life was filled with sorrow. No matter how hard he worked, he always returned home empty-handed. The man's troubles seemed insurmountable. No one would lend him a helping hand, and it felt like sorrows were closing in on him from all directions. Day and night, he pondered over how to escape this cycle of despair, unable to find solace even in sleep. Dark circles under his eyes bore witness to his inner turmoil. Though thoughts of suicide crossed his mind, his love for his family kept him from taking such drastic measures. Determined to break free from his misery, he resolved to do whatever it took, even if it meant enduring immense hardship. Seeking guidance, he turned to a friend who suggested consulting a revered Baba known for his powerful mantras that dispel sorrows and usher in happiness and prosperity. Convinced that only the Baba could alleviate his suffering, the man eagerly sought him out, willing to do anything to improve his life. The Baba promised happiness and peace in exchange for money and instructed the man to perform sorcery diligently. However, despite his efforts, the man's life only grew more miserable, and his savings dwindled as the Baba continued to demand payment for his services. Frustrated and desperate, the man questioned whether seeking the Baba's help was a mistake. In search of an alternative solution, he was advised to conduct a Havan ceremony in his home to cleanse it of negative energy and invite happiness and peace. Encouraged by this suggestion, the man decided to invite a pandit to perform the Havan and restore harmony to his household. The idea stuck in the man's mind, and he decided to call a pandit to perform a Havan at his house. The pandit conducted the ceremony, and although everything went well, the man noticed no improvement in his life afterward. Disheartened and increasingly troubled, he began to lose hope that his sorrows would ever cease. Seeking guidance, he turned to his friend, who suggested consulting a Baba known for not accepting any offerings for his advice. Intrigued by this prospect, the man visited the Baba, finding him in deep meditation upon arrival. Patiently, he waited for the Baba to emerge from his meditation. After some time, Baba opened his eyes and saw a sad and troubled young man sitting in front of him. Observing the dark circles under the man's eyes, Baba understood the extent of his distress. Addressing him kindly, Baba asked, "Child, what do you seek? Why have you come to me?" The man poured out his heart, expressing his deep unhappiness with life, despite trying various remedies suggested by different people. He explained how his sorrows only seemed to multiply instead of diminish, leading him to despair. Desperate for a solution, he pleaded with Baba to show him a way out of his troubles, willing to do anything to find relief. Baba realized the depth of the man's distress and listened attentively to his plight. He gently explained that mantras to alleviate sorrows require effort and commitment. Initially, the man feared Baba might demand rigorous meditation, but he expressed his readiness for any task. The man promised to fulfill any requirement, even walking on hot coals if necessary. However, Baba proposed a different challenge, a difficult mantra requiring mental repetition. Despite the daunting task, the man eagerly agreed, willing to do whatever it took to find happiness. Baba instructed him to repeat silently in his mind, "I am happy, I am happy, I am happy," on his way home, emphasizing that it must remain a mental chant without verbalization. Upon hearing Baba's instructions, the man inquired about the purpose of the mantra. Baba encouraged him to try it, mentioning his experience with other mantras. Considering it a simple task, the man agreed to proceed, thinking Baba was not asking for any significant offering. While the man is about to go, the Baba warns, "Child, remember one thing. When you repeat this mantra in your mind, thoughts of a monkey should not come into your mind. In case you have the slightest thought of a monkey while you chant this mantra, it won't work for you. Do remember that and never complain that the mantra didn't work for you for that reason." With Baba's reminder to avoid thoughts of a monkey while reciting the mantra, the man began his journey. The man expressed his confusion, mentioning that he had never previously thought about monkeys. Therefore, he couldn't understand why such a thought would arise now. He assured Baba that he would solely focus on the happiness mantra, stating, "I am happy, I am happy." However, as he walked away, the image of a monkey suddenly flashed in his mind, surprising him. Although the thought quickly disappeared, it left the man wondering why he had never experienced such a thought before. This unexpected distraction caused him to lose focus on the mantra and instead contemplate the image of the monkey. Upon regaining consciousness, he resumed chanting the mantra Baba had taught him, "I am happy, I am happy." Suddenly, a monkey appeared before him, triggering thoughts about the creature. Despite his efforts to banish the idea, it persisted, causing him distress. Upon arriving home, he inadvertently asked his wife to serve monkey for dinner, only realizing his mistake afterward. He became flustered, questioning why he was fixated on monkeys when he had never thought of them before. Upon returning home, he found himself unable to escape the vision of monkeys appearing everywhere. Perplexed by this strange phenomenon, he tossed and turned throughout the night, unable to sleep. The following morning, he hurried back to Baba, prostrating himself at the Guru's feet in desperation. "Baba," he implored, "I've never experienced thoughts of monkeys before, but since your instruction, they're all around me." Pointing to a monkey perched in a nearby tree eating a banana, he sought clarification as to why he was suddenly seeing monkeys everywhere. "Now I can even see a monkey behind you," he exclaimed. Baba chuckled softly and replied, "The workings of the human mind are intricate, my child. Perhaps monkeys have crossed your path unnoticed in the past. When you came to me, these monkeys were roaming in these trees, but at that time this monkey was not in your mind. Only your sorrows were in your mind," Baba explained. Then he elaborated, "Child, whatever we want to escape from, that very thing penetrates deep into our mind and becomes absorbed into our inner being. In fact, whatever we want to get rid of, we want to do so because it is deeply ingrained within us. It is attached to us, and the more we try to shake it off, the deeper it embeds itself within us, ultimately spreading throughout our inner being. Furthermore, we desire happiness, chanting, I am happy with our lips. However, despite our verbal affirmations, if sorrow lingers in our mind, the mere repetition of I am happy won't bring true happiness. We will not be happy unless these mantras are in our minds." The man inquired, "But how can this mantra reach our inner soul?" Baba responded, "Child, stop fighting with your sorrows. As long as you keep thinking about removing your sorrows, they will persist. As long as the sorrows stick to you, they will maintain their grip on your conscience. The day you cease to resist them, the day you no longer seek their removal, that very day, from that very day, the sorrows will disappear from your life. To make the sadness go away, we think about it. But the more we think, the deeper it gets in our minds. Most of the time, we only think about sad things. It's true that there's sadness in life and we need to get rid of it. So, if you want to feel better, stop thinking about sad things. Sometimes people want to stop smoking or drinking. They promise in the morning not to do it again, but by evening, they do it again. Why does it happen that we can't achieve what we're thinking about? It's because we're giving too much importance to it, paying too much attention to it. When we think about giving something up, we actually make it more special. The more we think about quitting drinking or smoking, the more we'll be drawn to it. We shouldn't fight against it. Instead, we should let it pass without dwelling on it. If we grasp this mantra, we can achieve anything we desire in our lives. Once our goal is firmly set in our minds, success becomes achievable without any obstacles. If you enjoyed this story, please let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. See you in the next story, and take care until then.